can never surrender. And if your pride won't lead you home, you can never surrender. And when the night is cold and dark, you can see light. 'Cause no one can take away your right to fight and to never surrender, to never surrender.
We have a lot. This is one of the first ones that I bought. My parents got the top part of this at an auction, and I set it on the floor at first in my first house and filled it with auction finds from like auction boxes. My favorite thing to do was stay after auction. This is when they had them in person. After the auction, because people would only buy one thing in a box and then leave the boxes lay. And if at the end of the auction, all of those were laying there, I used to dig through it and I'd find all kinds of treasures. So I kept all my treasures in the top of this setting on the floor. And then I knew that I wanted a base for it. So I just carried around the measurements of this. And anytime I went to an auction or a flea market or a yard sale, I would measure any base that I found to see if it would work. My mom had a beauty shop in our house when we grew up, and she worked every Saturday. My dad called and said he was on his way to an auction and asked if I wanted to go. It happened to be an auction that there was so much stuff that they had it scheduled for 3 Saturdays in a row. So I know that I went once by myself, once with him, probably twice with him. But this was at that auction. Of course, it looked terrible. I got it home and refinished the whole thing. But I believe it even came with these knobs or the handles. But I knew it was the perfect size. And these are not obviously supposed to be, because normally this part doesn't stick out this far, but I've always kept them married. I just love this cabinet. It brings back lots of fun memories, and I've had it since probably, like I said, 1985. Like I said, I've been collecting for over 40 years now, and like everything else in life, relationships, money, jobs, etc., things ebb and flow. They're up, down, all around. And I started collecting when the market for antiques was fantastic. You could get pieces like that for $10 because you could barely give them away. Then I went through the point where that was $1,000. So I've seen both sides of it. I still find really good deals. If you don't, now is the time to really look at Facebook Marketplace, look at yard sales, broaden your search on Facebook Marketplace, drive a little farther. That's what we do. But the deals are still out there. They really are. Yes, I did talk about this not too long ago. This is the cabinet that this person is referring to. It has 18 doors. So therefore, it's the reason why it's taking me a lot to like wrap my head around it. But it's on the list for this summer. So I am going to start it soon. You will be the first to know when I do. This question I wanted to talk about because I'm in the middle of kind of like redoing how I do things. So we have one master list. I'll try to find a video where I talked about how I start that. So we have one master list of things that we want to do. It includes repairs. It includes projects. organization. So like if I'm walking through a room and I think, oh shoot, I need to touch up the paint on the woodwork in the living room, I write that down. And then I say, that drawer, I don't have time right now, but that drawer is so terrible. I want to organize it so much better. I write that down. And then I write it down under rooms. So I have it all kind of like on a list of rooms. You can come in. I have found that if I do lots of little things first, I can cross things off of my list quick, and then it kind of gets the momentum going. And then if there are a few things left in a certain room that you have to do, like this closet, I have 2 things on the to-do list for this closet, and they're quick things. So if I check those off quick, that room is done. So it's all about getting them done quicker. However, my new thing that I'm trying to do is I'm actually going to write them on the calendar, because I feel like when you write things down, you get them done. They're almost scheduled into your day. You know what you're going to do. You know, once that's done, you're done. And this is on our calendar for today. So let me show you. In order for this room to be completely marked off of the list, I need to finish the drawer organizers, which is what I was doing right before I was recording those videos. And Deb is going to put a little hat rack up here for me so I can just hang them on pegs up there. There's the board. I need to get the pegs, and we will do that. So those are the 2 things, and then this room will be completely done. Like I said, I'm trying something new this week. I'm putting things on my schedule and actually scheduling them. Just saying, get this done today. And then if I get them done in the morning and I want to do more on the list, I can. If I don't, hey, I got something done. But we had a closet organization place help us with the cabinets and stuff like that. And we got some of these organizers through them, and but I found them online and I ordered them to finish the drawers. So they came in a couple days ago. This is what I'm doing, and it will be done. And it makes me very happy. What's your fitness routine?
Well, the days that I can walk, my fitness routine is to get up, have coffee, take a walk.
Yes, we do a lot of walking. We try to walk. We try to get our 10,000 steps in every day, but make sure that you have something that you can track your progress on, like the Hume.
It's not about how much you weigh. It's about all the rest of the stats it gives you.
Yes, this gives over 54 analytics to it. Plus, you can, again, look back at your progress, and then let me talk a little bit more next. We're absolutely far from perfect, but we try our best, and that's all we can all do, right? So we walk. We also try to stay away from processed foods. If we're going to eat potato chips or want potato chips, we'll eat let me show you. I'll show you. We try to stay away from lots of candy, cookies, that kind of thing. Anytime we want to have a snack, we try to grab something that's higher protein. Eat these if you want chips. All that is in it or in them, I believe, are potatoes, avocado oil, and sea salt. So none of the bad oils. Also, we have a highlight with some different types of recipes, like low carb pizza, crustless pizza, low carb lasagna, etc. So go to the highlight recipes, and I wanted to share that I just saw that my code is still active because I need to buy some of the Miss Mouse Messy Eater Stain Treater by Hate Stains. They even have these big refilled ones. My dad loves this. I gave him some and he said, I can't believe how well that works. So it takes out, I haven't had a stain that it didn't take out. So I'm going to put my code here along with the link. I had to tell you about the code DD70 on linens and hutch. It's not just on this, but they have lots of different items as far as bedding, pillow covers, etc. This is one of the things that I have from them. This is reversible, comes in a couple of other colors. DD70 will give you 70% off, which is absolutely fantastic. I know a ton of you picked this up the last time. I keep this here on the couch so I can just pull that off if we need to wash it. You don't have to pull your whole entire couch cover off. This is a twin. It comes in, I believe, 4 different colors, and then you can get the twin, full, queen, and then king. And this, like I said, is the twin, which fits perfectly. I have used queen blankets on the couch as well. Now, this is one look. You can flip it over and obviously have this side as another look. And then let me show you something else.
'Cause she's hard and soul. She's hard and cold. She's got it all. Hot and loving every night.
I've reached the point where readers are just no longer an option, and I found the cutest frames from Peepers. These are the Olympia frames in the clear and the Tokyo tortoise. I love the mix of the clear and this color on the side as they go with pretty much everything I own. Do you even believe it? These are the center stage in red. I'm not even a red person, and I love these. I love the oversized frames and the shape of them. These also come in lots of different colors. Another favorite of mine, the Showbiz frames in blue quartz. I love this color combo and the little gold detail on the side. These are so comfortable. They also have the blue light filtering. Did you know that they have sunglasses? The Capri reading sunglasses in the leopard tortoise color. I love the cat eye shape of these. They are so comfortable. And I love the fact that I can sit outside, work on my phone, and not flip from readers to sunglasses. Fantastic.